Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Okay, let's see how bad the wind is out here. How much it's making a difference on the, I don't know. Hey guys, it's Meg again. Obviously, you've noticed my background has changed. I'm outside. I am actually back home in Kansas City. My roommate and I left a few days ago and we are actually back in the city. Coming back wasn't a decision that we made lightly. We really did not want to travel, did not want to go out or do any of this. It wasn't just a snap decision. It wasn't something we just decided to do because we could do it. I'm not going to go into detail, but there were some family things that happened and I needed to be back here. I will be in Kansas City for a few weeks. It was something we'd been thinking about for a while. It wasn't just like an overnight, let's go and let's, you know, get on a plane and travel. Obviously, that's not something I wanted to do because I don't want to expose anyone. I don't want to be exposed. And we did take every single precaution we could before we flew, before we decided this. We made sure that we were completely asymptomatic. We didn't have any symptoms before going on. The weeks before we went, I think between my roommate and I, we'd only been out maybe twice in the whole month of April. And we left on the 16th. So for 2 straight weeks, we hadn't really been out of the apartment. The only time we were out was to go grocery shopping, as you saw in my last video. We took a car to get to the airport and we wore masks and gloves the entire time. The person that drove us to the airport, we knew and we trusted, and you know, he was wearing a mask the whole time. We were wearing masks and gloves the whole time. There are hardly any people at the airport. Again, they were wearing masks and gloves, as were we, of course, the whole time. The flight attendants there sat several rows away from us. My roommate and I were essentially the only people on the plane. There was one other woman who was, I assumed, to be a nurse traveling as well. My roommate's grandma is out of town, so we are actually at her house right now, quarantining for 2 weeks before we're going back to our parents' house, and then we're able to go stay with our parents. So that's a good thing. She'll be with hers and I'll be with mine. We're gonna take all the precautions and not expose our parents, not expose anyone. So we literally are not leaving this house. We're not trying to leave this house. We're not trying to go anywhere or do anything because we are the people that would be exposing other people and we don't want to do that. So overall, in our whole travel time, we kept who we were in contact with to a complete minimum. We know how bad it's been in New York and we know how hard it's been there, and we've seen a lot of loss and a lot of death, and the last thing we want to do is expose anyone. So anytime we're out, even like, you know, my roommate went for a walk today and she was wearing the mask the whole time. Also a very different story here in Kansas City. People are not taking it as seriously as they should. People just aren't wearing masks. We're literally on a golf course and I can see people playing golf right now. It's not as much of a reality here because people are spaced apart. It's not as much of a contagion here yet. They've been able to keep it kind of to a minimum here because of the fact that we can drive and the fact that we're not all on top of each other. But yeah, it's a completely different story here. It's a completely different atmosphere. That's another video right now. So thank you guys for understanding. I hope you can understand that, but I wanted to at least explain that to you because obviously I'm in a completely different place, and that would have just been like, why are you in a completely different place? What's happening? The reason I'm also making this is because I want you to see what these airports look like. I did take some documentation while I was there because our airports look completely different right now. There are about 10 flights that Southwest had canceled because I assume not enough people were on them. Our flight attendants couldn't really do anything because they're not serving drinks or snacks or anything, obviously, which makes so much sense to not have, like, to have just very minimal contact with everyone. I'm running out of light to do this in. Wow, that moved really fast. I was not prepared for that. Hold on. Okay, yeah, I moved in here just to finish up because the sun was getting a little crazy out there. I was getting too shadowy. But anyway, yeah, it was a crazy experience flying. It just does not look like the normal landscape that we have now. Thank you for your patience and understanding during this whole time, and I hope that you liked the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.